Happy Halloween. It's going to be a chilly night, so I wanted to give you a warm drink that you can prepare yourself with, or if you catch a cold or a chill, that you can warm yourself with afterwards and help to ward off the cold. And I'm going to call it Boo Tea, because it's tea for Halloween. To make Boo Tea, you're going to boil a pot of water, however much you want to make, a cup or a pot or whatever. And you want to use a black tea, like this. Nice, fine black tea. Loose leaf is recommended, because if you use the white tea bags, that white, papery, cottony thing they make them out of is bleached with chlorine bleach, and that leaches into the tea water, and then you drink that. Bleh. And though this is Halloween, that's a little too scary. So that's the tea that you want to use, and you can get a little tea strainer to pour it through so you're not drinking leaves. Don't add the tea to the water until you're done boiling, but while the water is boiling, you are going to add a few ingredients to make it Boo Tea. To give it a little bit of spice, so that it stabs your tongue with a little witch knife, you want to slice up some fresh ginger. Powdered is not really going to do it, so go to the supermarket and get some fresh, and dice it into little tiny pieces. You could cut slices, that's okay too, but you get more flavor per surface area of the piece of ginger that's in the water. Also, if you can find it, add cardamom. Cardamom you can add, it does come ground and powdered. You can also buy it in the seeds that have been taken out of their pods. Or you can add the pods themselves, and the pods look like about that big, and they're sort of pale green. They'll feel like a dry husk, sort of like a teensy-weensy ear of corn, if you will. And those black seeds are what's inside that. You can just throw the whole pod in there, that's alright. I don't have any, but you can add star anise, too, if you want. Some ground nutmeg. Fresh nutmeg is really great if you have a little grater. The fresh ingredients just give you more kick, more taste, and if you believe in such things, more energy of the plant. And lastly, cloves. You can add ground cloves, which I have here, or fresh cloves. Fresh cloves is kind of preferred because it's more flavor and they're kind of wicked looking, so it's always fun to look in your cup of tea and see that you've got little sharp pointy things at the bottom and you're drinking it. Like, it makes you feel sort of all evil. If you want to make it a witch's brew, just add a lot of cayenne pepper. But this is not a witch's brew, this is Boo Tea. So you've got your ginger, cardamom, nutmeg, and cloves. No cinnamon. Cinnamon is very sweet and good for mulling wine and cider, and sweet and warm and yummy, and we're not doing that. It's Halloween. We're going to stick to the scary. So boil those 4 spices in your water. When I say boil, put them in before the water boils, and then bring the water to a boil, and let it boil only for maybe a minute with them in it. 2 at the very most. That's just enough to get the flavor seeping. And then, while the water is hot, add your black tea leaves. You turn off the boil so the water is stagnant, but it's hot, and right away add the tea leaves. I recommend maybe about a pinch per cup of tea, but you know your taste, so you choose how much or how little you want. Let the tea sit for till it makes a nice caramel colored, and again, however long or short, depends on how strong you like your tea. Then strain it, pour it into your cup or your pot, add milk and honey if you like, and there is your Boo Tea. Suck it all down and enjoy your Boo Tea on Halloween. It's a great night to enjoy a lot of Boo Tea. I'm gonna go out myself in a costume with a slit up the thigh and try and attract a gentleman who would like to share my Boo Tea. I'm sure there's someone out there who would enjoy my Boo Tea. Don't you think? Boo!